Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 45 of this series. In the last episode, we finished building the iron farm. And I've done a little bit of work on it, but really it's just making sure that the roof is variated. And also, actually, we'll fly up there. We have now got Johnny the Third. Now, I have noticed a slight issue that I am working to find a fix for. When the iron golems are in the water stream, sometimes they will get to the edge of the water stream and start bobbing. And when they do that, they can hit Johnny. Now, this doesn't usually happen if they spawn in the water, but if they spawn on the platforms, it seems to be every single one. Now, Johnny the Third will most likely die, because I haven't quite figured out a fix for the problem. My ideas went from surrounding him with slabs, but then golems couldn't see him. I might try and move him either forward or up by one, but then I don't want to have to move all of that up by one. It's going to be an interesting workaround, and I will find it. It just might take me a bit. But yes, as you can see, I've variated the roof, so it looks a lot better now. I am very happy with how this farm looks. And it is also working quite well, as you can see, which I am also very happy about. Now, I do believe in the last episode that I mentioned something about us doing a creeper farm today. Truth be told, I'm a little bit farmed out. I've done one farm, I've done two farm. I need a little bit of a break. So what we're going to do instead is we are going to sort out the entrance to the end portal and the amethyst geode. Now, hopefully that'll be just this episode. It might be this episode and next episode. I don't quite know yet. But yes, so first things first, we need to go all the way down to the, where's the, oh boy. Yeah, look at that. Fine. See? The joys of gliding. Just smash your face in a wall and just, grind down it and you'll be fine. Okay. So, first things first, we need to actually get to the portal. Now, I believe it was this way and then up these stairs. Yep. Probably put a light in. Great style. Ah, for fuck's... Okay. It's fine. And it was this way, I believe. And then, yep, okay, there's the end portal. Now, I did realize that we have, okay, so we're north of that, so that makes me think that we are underneath, now, just real quick, I'm just going to just block this off so that I don't have to worry about falling into it. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to wall that off for the minute. I'm going to find, well, actually, if we wanted to do stairs down, it should probably be going this way, because then when you land, you're directly by the portal. Right? I think we want stairs. I think stairs would be nice. We're not that far down. We're only -4. It's not too bad. So if I was to head, so if we're north, oh, we're over this way. So actually, we might want to dig up that way, because if we're to the north of this map. Let's hang on. I just want to see something real quick. How long does it take me to actually pop down onto this map? Keep going south. Actually, if we've gone south, let's try and visualize this. So if that's where the entrance was, then actually we might want to go that way, because otherwise we might. Okay, you know what? I just need to dig up, because I need to figure out where we are. So I am going to just look. We've got. Did I ever finish this? No. Okay, well, look, I'm going to finish up this little staircase. It's not... not going to be what we use. But I just need to know where we come up. And then I can get a... Let me actually... Hang on. Let me get the coordinates of the portal. Because then I can actually... Like, let's find the center of the portal. Let's get the coordinates. Then I know exactly where the center of the room is going to be. So what is that? That's like what? 48, 39... 1900? Right? Roughly? Kinda? Pretty sure. Take a screenshot of that. Okay. And up we go. I will, I'll bring you guys back when we're at the surface. Aha! Concrete. Right, where do we come out? Okay. That's... So, yeah. So that's exactly what I thought. So with the entrance being over there, we're actually closer to... here. What if I... Oh, they've stopped panicking. That makes me think that Johnny's died. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you spawned up there and you killed him. Okay, well, Johnny the Third is dead. That's another 19 emeralds down the drain. Okay. I'm gonna figure that out at some point. I feel as though I've got to move him up by one, though, because if I move him forward and they get to that corner, they can still hit him. But if I move him up, he's out of their range. But if I move him up, I might need to move that all up. I don't know. Look, I'll figure that out at some point off camera. It's still a working iron farm, so it's fine. Okay, so hang on. So it was like what? It was 30... No. Yes. Oh. Right, so if that's basically where the center of the portal is, I actually need to have a staircase going up. Well, actually, I could just put a bend in the staircase, so as long as it's, like, relatively close, I don't think it really matters too much. So, let's say... This is the center. Let's say we got to, like... Well, this is a big chunk of land. I was gonna put... I need to figure out where the slime chunks are. Oh, I don't remember chunk borders. Okay. Alright, this is slightly more complex than I'd hoped, because I've now got to figure out how it's going to fit in with everything else, but it's fine. Okay. You know what, switch them back around. Okay. Let's... If we were to make the staircase so that it was a flat blocks down, we'd have to go down to, like, -10. So we'd have to go, like, 50 blocks away. Right? But if we make it so that it's like a spiral, it's a bit more condensed. But I don't... could make an elevator. Ooh, I could make an elevator. Ooh, that's tempting. It's overly complex, but it's tempting as all fucking hell. We have the honey and we have some slime. I mean, it's... You know what? It's overly complex, sure. but it's also kind of cool. Man, fuck it. We'll. I've now got to figure. I mean, it's literally just a flying machine that just goes up and down, and then I've got to put in a cool button, which shouldn't be too difficult. Give it an observer. It can't be too difficult. I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll just make the interior out of blast furnaces or something like that. Blast furnaces have a pretty cool texture. Can you piston like smithing tables? Not that I would use it because that's a very but blast furnaces are more of a waste of iron. Man, fuck it. We have the iron farm now. Okay. Alright, I'm going to... Alright, we've got to go down. I've got to dig out where I want the elevator to be. So, like, I don't want it to be right on top of the portal, but I want it to be, like... Well, I want it to be at the entrance to the portal, ideally, because then it's like, oh, wow, look, the portal right in front of you, and we can also shove the nether portal down here. It can be the portal room. If we were to bring the elevator down there, whoa. If we were to bring the elevator down here or there, I can have the nether portal on the opposite end. Now, I think we said we were going to move it over here because this was north. So let's say, oh, bollocks. Okay, go on. Where are you? I just need one. There you are. Okay, there we go. Come on. Why aren't your friends coming out to help? Okay, well, I'm gonna have a fun time digging. See, I was very certain that when you hurt them, their friends came out to help them. Okay, well, I'm going to get to work on digging out the space that I want for the, See, now I'm dead set on finding them all. Oh, no. This one. Huh? Ooh, you're so frightening. Well done. Alright, let's check the floor real quick. But yeah, so I'm going, let's just finish up this part. So I'm going to say, like, we'll dig this out, we'll push it back a few... I'm gonna watch you kill yourself. There you go. Push this back a little bit, like, up to, like, here. Alright, maybe a little bit more. Also, do we want the end portal to be at ground level, or do we want it to be up? I kind of feel like it being up is the way to go, because then we don't accidentally walk right into it. Although... Nah. We'll have the... okay, so it'll be up to, like, there, so that the end portal's, like, flat. One block, maybe. I'll figure it out. But basically, I'm going to dig out this area, so that I have room for an elevator shaft, because I decided I'm going to make an elevator. I said I was done with farm stuff. It appears I'm now onto complex redstone stuff. Whoop-de fucking do. Okay. I'm gonna... oh, boy. I'm gonna get on with that now. I'll bring you guys back once I've prepped the area. Okay, so it has been a little bit. First of all, the iron farm is working, which is incredible. Second of all, over here, I have dug out the pit that is going to be the elevator shaft. all the way down to where I need it to. I've also done a little bit of clearing down there, but I'm not going to show that for now because I don't want to burn the rocket to get back up. They look so stupid up there. But yeah, so I fixed the iron farm. It has got the, hang on, we'll hop here and I can show you. As you can see, we've got another zombie in there. This is Johnny the Fourth. Now you may be wondering, what the fuck happened to Johnny Third? Well, he died very, very quickly during testing, but he served a purpose. Thanks to his sacrifice, I figured out why the zombie kept dying. So basically, this was a 7x7 platform. In order to keep the zombies from being killed, it needs to be a 6x6. The outer proportions need to stay the same, but the internal ones, just this spawning platform just needs to drop back by 1 block on either side. Simple fix. I tried lifting them up, didn't work. Tried pushing forward, didn't work, but that worked. I've got to do a little bit of maintenance on the other side to make it so that water doesn't drip. But other than that, Johnny the Fourth is living a wonderful life, terrorizing the villagers. And that's been proved by the fact he's been alive for a few hours now. Now you may be wondering, why the fuck do you need the iron farm on for a few hours? Aside from testing that it works. Well, my dumbass decided that, you know what would be a very nice block to use for part of the elevator shaft? Blast furnaces! Because they're an entity, or they can hold items so they can't be moved by pistons, and they kind of look mechanical. Yeah, they take 5 iron each. We built the iron farm just in time. But here we have everything and a little bit more than what I'm going to need for the elevator shaft. Now, I haven't figured out the entrance to the elevator room or the downstairs portal room. That I'm still working on. Where the fuck are you? There you are. I want to see what you've got, just in case there's something cool. Oh, that's kind of neat, but yeah. Alright. But yeah, so I haven't actually figured out a design for the little kitty cat. Bless. I haven't actually, it's actually an unexpected secondary product of the villager farm is cats, which is helpful because we're going to need cats for the creeper farm, I'm pretty sure. Unless there's a different design that I'm not aware of, but the basic design, as far as I remember, it's been a while since I've even looked at one. You have cats in the corners of you get like a square, put cats in the corners, have it be like 2 blocks high, then cover the roof with trapdoors, because creepers can still spawn in those spaces, and then they get scared by the cats down into a pit in the middle, which kills them. There might be a different design, but that's the one that I remember. But yes, so now that I've got all of the parts that... It looks so fucking funny. I'm very glad I put the windows in. Now that I have the parts I need for the actual elevator shaft, I can go about work on putting those parts in. Now, first things first, I need to dig down a little bit and put the actual... well, the elevator in, before I put in the call system or the activation system, because here's the thing. We're only going 1 floor. You know, that's all that's changing. So the call system's going to be very simple. It's literally just going to be... Did I just hear a zombie die? Johnny, you alright up there, mate? I could have sworn that I just heard. That's... Okay. Swear to fucking God if Johnny the Fourth's already fucking died. It's been fine for a few hours. I'm sure it was just like a auditory, you know, there's like a zombie in a cave somewhere that got damaged or something. I'm sure Johnny's fine. But yes, so down we go. Thank fuck for Elytra, what can I say? But yeah, so the idea is it's going to be a 3x3 platform that will go up and down, and I can cool it. Now, because it's only, you know, this floor to that floor, the cool button is literally, what's the activation, circuit at the top? Link that down here. What's the activation circuit at the bottom? Link that up there. That's literally all I have to do because it's one floor to one floor. Now, if it was multiple floors, that's a little bit more complicated, and I don't know offhand how to do it. But we don't have to worry about that, so it's fine. Now, what my plan is for this area is for this to be the area where we have all of our portals. Now, I am actually considering putting the end portal at or below floor level, because I think that if you like walk down into it, that could be kind of cool rather than walking up to it. But either way, the nether portal is going to be somewhere over here. And in the nether, I will actually set up a proper little nether hub area, because I want to link it back to our base, and then we're going to need to link it to on top of the nether roof, and then that's going to have a pathway to wherever we make the gold farm, the magma cream / shroomlight farm, and not shroomlight, froglight farm. Both swampy in name. But yeah, so I'm basically just going to block this part off, and this is going to be the way we get down from now on. But now we're going to get to work on, I mean, my hopes is that the complex part here, oh, I say that, I'm working with terracotta. Okay, the part that's meant to be complex, which actually isn't too bad, is the elevator system. That's just digging out some space, making sure there's room for everything, getting everything in properly. I reckon what we're going to be able to do with the rest of the episode is the elevator shaft. I genuinely don't think, I think we're going to run out of time to do the entire down and up. But the elevator shaft should be fine because I've already planned out the block palette. I've already, I've planned all this shit out, mate. I haven't planned what block I'm going to use for the actual elevator. Fuck. Shitting hell. Okay. I'm gonna... Oh, I only need, 9 blocks. Okay, oh, boy, we've got, one... We've got, a block in here that will work. Not really. Okay, I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to use cobblestone as a placeholder for now, and we're just going to get started on the... There it is. We're just going to get started on it. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so first things first, we put in some obsidian, which is going to function as the essentially bottom stopping panel. And then we put in, we start putting in the flying machine. Now, the way we do that is you have slime blocks with observers looking at them and pistons connecting the slime block structures together. Just like that. Well, obviously with the piston facing downwards. There we go. See, just like that. Now that is a flying machine by itself, and if you were doing a 4x4, that's all you'd need. But we're doing a 3x3, which means we need to do a little bit more. So you basically need to add an extra level, and then you need to put in some slime and honey blocks on top of that, which will form the sticky part of the platform. The point of the other observer is to quote-unquote prime the upper platform, because once it's primed, it will actually start moving, but before it's primed, it won't, because it basically... The priming pushes the platform up, right? And then when you actually switch it on, it pulls the bottom part up to it, and then pushes the top part up, pulls the bottom part, push top part, pull bottom part. So it's not actually pushing or pulling more than the capacity, even though it technically is. It's very interesting. But here we put in some blast furnaces to act as a sort of border. Blast furnaces are immune to slime blocks due to the fact that they can hold an entity, and this is Java. Very useful. I think they look quite nice. One of the nicer looking slime block and honey block resistant blocks. Now here we start putting in the activation circuit. So basically you need to make sure that the top observer gets triggered first and then the bottom observer. So you put in a repeater with 2-3 ticks delay, and that's enough. You don't have to worry about blocks or anything. You just have to gotta look like that, because all of this is going to be underneath the floor. That's what's so nice about this. All of that stuff is going to be underneath the floor, so I don't have to like make it look good. Now here I basically link up that circuit to where the button's going to be, add in some repeaters, make sure everything flows properly, yada yada yada. And as you can see, it's working. Perfect. That's the first step done. The actual elevator's in. Well, technically that's the first 2 steps done, because the actual elevator's in and the lower activation circuit is in. Now here I start putting some more blast furnaces up the sides. I do them in the middle of each of the walls. I think they look quite cool, and they sort of look like just conveyor belt's not the right word, but I can't think of what the right word is. But basically what moves the elevator, like what the elevator rides on up and down. It's that basically. And I think it looks quite nice. Now here I put in a little blocker, which will keep the elevator from going infinitely into the sky, because if you do not put a blocker there, it will. Or at least if you don't put a blocker before you get the actual build finished. Now that we have the elevator up at the top, I can start work on the upper activation circuit. Now this takes a little bit of fiddling, and I do a few things differently from the video that I've linked in the description. In their video, they use 2 blocks on either side. I had to use 3. I don't know why. That's just how it was. As far as I can tell, the build is basically the same. I just had to use 3 for some reason. Not an issue, easily done, but it meant I had to rework some of the circuitry a little bit. So because you'll see here, I'll start making one, and then this one won't work. But basically what I had to do was line up the 3 piston blocks on either side, put repeaters running into them, put a line of redstone dust behind that, and have a trail of redstone dust coming from the middle of that. And I did that on either side, and then I linked it up to one central area, which I then did a line of redstone dust to the lower piston, which will activate the observer to send you down. And then I did a string from that. Well, I go back to the crossroads that we've got all these strings coming off of, and I link that to where the activation for the button. I link that to where the button is at this level. Now later off camera, but you will see it in the end of the episode, I do put in a cool system. Now, cool systems usually are a little bit complex, but not too bad. This one's piss easy. Genuinely. It's literally just having a button linked up via a long redstone line to the upper and lower activation circuits respectively. Because if you're downstairs, you want to call it, all you've got to do is press a button that's hooked up to the upper activation. And if you're up and want to call it from down, you just got to do the same in reverse. So that was fairly easy to do. It was just a matter of digging. And that didn't take too long at all. Also, as you notice, I do get a little bit confused over pistons. Do I need a sticky piston? Do I need a regular piston? I think I need a regular piston. No, I actually need a sticky piston. Back and forth from the base for various repeaters and torches and shit like that. I've just cut that out because it's not very interesting. I mean, you'll see me, as you see, I've left this part in to show that it didn't work. Here's how I fixed it, you know? I don't know why it didn't work. In the video, it works fine. I'm not sure why it didn't work here. But either way, I've got one that works just fine, so we're all good there. Was this needlessly complex? Yes. Does it look really cool? Oh, absolutely. Now, I do still have to put in the actual elevator floor. It's not gonna stay cobblestone, but because I wasn't quite certain with the block palette for the rest of the build, I decided to just leave it cobblestone for now. In terms of the rest of the build, there's going to be a small little room, shed, hut, whatever you want to call it, on the surface level. And then below that, once you go down the elevator, it's going to essentially be the portal room. And again, no claw and block palettes yet. I'm gonna figure that out. You know, we'll get there. I might try and add a bit more wood. I think some more wood could look quite nice. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, something that is going to happen, probably not like the next couple of episodes, but maybe a few after, is we actually get the nether hub like set up so we have a pathway to the roof. Because we're going to need the roof for a lot of farms. We're going to need it for gold farms. We're going to need it for Froglight and Magma Cream farms, so on and so forth. Now, as you can see here, it did break a bit. Again, no clue why. It just broke. Yeah. So, as you can see here, I just shoved in 3 pistons instead of 2 and fixed it. Slightly different circuit. Did have to fight with water quite a bit, which, as you know, water, great fun. Water and redstone, oh, even more fun. Just stupendously fun. Now, in terms of why Dark Prismarine, I felt that it fit tonally with a lot of the other blocks I was using, and also just the shade of blue fits really well with stuff like sea lanterns and light grey terracotta glaze version. Like, yeah, it just worked really well. I made a lot more than I needed. Actually, not too much more. Actually, no, I think I got it perfect. Yeah, no, because I accidentally made more than I thought I needed, and then I ended up using it to fill in the corners of the elevator shaft that were visible. Now, yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit of a redstone logistical mess. You've got to get like backward circuits in here and shit like that, you know. Which is, you know, it's not necessarily super difficult, but it's just a little bit tedious. Because you really don't want, you know, if you place a redstone torch in between two redstone cords, both of them are gonna light up. You gotta work around shit like that. Easily done, but you know, easier when you don't have to. And yes, as you can see, I do have a little bit of a celebration because holy fucking shit, it worked. Which is incredibly good. I could just see it like failing and blowing up again, but it didn't. We're all good. It's all fine. I do my best to fill in the grey concrete where I can. Yeah, just to make it easier on me. I do also take time to go and collect as much of the grey concrete that I can. Now, here I start putting in the glazed terracotta. Now, I found a design that I liked on the building world. It just took me a hot minute to figure out how to make it. But I essentially do the exact same thing on all sides. The bottom block curves into the blast furnaces, the upper block curves out of the blast furnaces. And then there is a sea lantern in between, and then it's the next duo. And then sea lantern, then two more terracotta sea lantern, two more terracotta, so on and so forth. On every single side. And I quite like how it turned out. It's slightly high-tech-ish, like modernish, like sleek, but it's not overly like stark and white, you know, there's still color, there's still texture. Yeah. It's good. Say I am immensely happy with how the industrial district is turning out so far. Beautiful garden farm that works incredibly well. Very nice iron farm that works pretty well, you know, when the zombies don't die. So far, Johnny the Fourth has been living life to the fullest. He's okay. The day comes where we will need Johnny Fifth. It will be a sad, sad day. But yes, so I basically just repeat that on every single side of the elevator shaft, because then it looks nice and symmetrical, and it creates these cool corner patterns that I only noticed while I was building it here. I quite like them. after we get this little section done, we'll get the creeper farm done. And then we might do the gold farm. And then, well, actually, no, Amethyst Geode I do want to get done as well fairly quickly. I'll probably have like we'll probably do creeper farm, a handful of videos doing like Amethyst Geode, a lichen duplicator, a moss farm, so on and so forth. And then make a gold farm, and then we'll see where we go from there. By that point, we've got a few major farms online, and we don't really need many more immediately, which is very helpful. Ooh, a copper farm. That's something else that I keep forgetting to bring up. We probably need a copper farm. We're pretty low, and it's a fun block to use for details and stuff. So we should absolutely get more. And we will. Fire a copper farm, which should be easy to make, considering we're in the ocean. Yeah, as you can see, there were some issues with stone and water. I feel as though I'm going to use quite a bit of concrete with the portal room. Although what type, I'm not certain. In terms of upstairs, I don't know. Could play around with mud brick. Use mud brick for natural shit. It kind of fits. Like deep slate brick for the rough and tough mobs. Stone brick for the pretty chill mobs, and then mud brick for nature shit. I like that, it fits, but I have to see how the color fits in. Because I will say, right now, the grayscale but not grayscale looks pretty damn nice. So we'll have to see how that goes. Although I do think that, I can't remember the name of it. Oh well. I'm sure it'll come back to me eventually. Maybe I just use wood, or maybe I just use concrete. I don't know. That's the whole point. I don't know what block palette I'm going to use for this yet, and we will figure it out as we go. Okay, so it's been a hot minute, but we are now completely done with the elevator. I did put in a cool button, which is basically just linking a line of redstone and a button up to the activation systems for the, obviously if you want to go up, you hit that, so on and so forth. we did find something quite interesting, though. You know, you may have heard, well, actually, you wouldn't have because it was during the time lapse, but there were an awful lot of zombie noises. Yeah, that'd be why. I mean, we can make a farm out of it. We might as well if it's there, but like, still, you know, whatever. But yes, so we have now got the elevator 100% working, as you can see here. It is. I am very happy with how this turned out. I like how the blast furnaces sort of. I'm pretty sure I'll mention this in the voiceover. I like how the blast furnaces look like the track the elevator's running up, while the terracotta just looks like, you know, pretty detailed bullshit. But as you can see, we stopped. And now if I was to send it back down, down it goes. But yeah, wait for that to go down and then I'll show off the cool function. But yeah, so we got the elevator shaft done. Next episode, we're going to get the upper, definitely the up part of the little elevator place down. Maybe the bottom portal part as well. Okay, and now if we hit the cool button, up it comes. Look at that. That is just, it's a simple little extra circuit, but it is so useful because if we go through the end portal, we're going to end up back at base. If we go through the nether portal, we might end up back at our base if we wanted to go that way, you know. It's incredibly helpful. I do have to fill this in. I do have to figure out how the fuck I'm going to cover that. I'll probably just make the, you know, the thing that big. But yeah, so that was, there we go. So we got the elevator done today. Not quite everything I planned to do today, but you know, we got a substantial part done. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you in, thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.